Hi everyone, it's Joe. Welcome back to another Ramble. It is January 22nd, Thursday at 10:53 p.m. EST, and let us kick off the Ramble. So, after I got off the Ramble last night, I got on PlayStation and I played just a little bit of Inazuma 11 Victory Road, and I went ahead and experienced the ending. If you play as the other school and win the championship as them, it was fine. Not a whole lot changed. So then I went and checked out Extended Story. And I was gonna play through it. No, I don't think I am. Because, I don't know. I liked, in story mode, I liked how, there was, an actual story. Well, I hit Extended Story, and, your first thing you click on is a match against whatever school it is. And it just starts. It's you didn't face them in the championships because they didn't register in time. Or, it wasn't that, but it was something to that extent. And then, the match just starts. And it's okay, your team is, average level 40 was my team, I think. And their team, average level, is 60. Okay, so we're just going to start this match. And you're going to give me no indication of how underleveled I am. And now I have to grind to reach a level. I had zero indication that I was so far from, unless I just missed it on the screen, I guess. So that really turned me off from playing Extended Story, so I won't be doing it, at least for the time being. Then I went to bed, and I woke up today at... I woke up quite a few times, but I didn't actually get out of bed until 8:45, 8:50. Got dressed really quick, got to my chair, went down to campus for my comparative languages class. Things starting to get slightly more interesting, ever so slightly, but not by much. I think we're finally going to start programming next week, which, I say will make things more interesting, but I might just end up hating my life, so I guess we'll see. Then I went down into the tunnels, and give me one moment, please. Alright, sorry, I just got out of the shower, and I needed to dry off a little more. Anyway, so yeah, I went down to the tunnels and watched The Wire until about 12, or no, more 11:50. Then I went to class, super early. So I ended up talking to Nick, who I've mentioned quite a few times at this point. And then we got to go into class early because our Earth Systems professor showed up and let us in. So then we were supposed to be with our groups to wrap up the thing that was due today in class. Two of my group members, so half of the group, did not show up today. One of them was sick. I don't know about the other one. I know yesterday he didn't feel well. I think today he said he was just busy, he was moving into a new apartment or something. So the two of us who were there tried our best to finish some stuff, and then I offered in the group chat, I was like, okay, everyone, when you're all done doing what you need to do, I will go in and I will look at it for edits and stuff, and I will submit it, because I need that peace of mind to know that I was the one who turned it in. So I'm hoping it turned in properly, because I most definitely turned it in. But after that class, I went and got lunch. I had chicken Alfredo, and it was pretty good. Then I came back here, and sorry, I'm blanking on what I was gonna say. Also, did I tell you, I think I might have already said this, tomorrow, my dad is coming we're going to go to the repair shop and get my chair back. Apparently, there's nothing wrong with it, which is a lie. I think I already told you that, though, so sorry if I'm repeating myself. But, I came back here, and there's going to be a fire drill anytime between 5 and 7:30. So I left with some work and my laptop. I left at about 4:55. Got to campus at like 5:15, had sushi for dinner, and then I was just going to chill out until like 7:10, and then come back here because then the fire drill would definitely be over. And I know some of you are probably thinking, Joe, that's ridiculous, just put up with the fire drill. Well, I also use it as like an excuse to get some work done, so so I had dinner, and then I went to the hangar and got a cookie because I wanted a cookie. And I had that, and it was really good. And so then I went down to the tunnels in the little like cubby cubicles I mentioned the other day, and I was just gonna work in one of the cubicles to do my work. And so I pulled up to the cubicle. I think my mouth is getting dry again or something, so this is not fun. I pulled up to the cubicle, moved the chairs, unzipped my bag, got my laptop out, turned my laptop on, and then the second I did, I'm sorry, give me one more moment, please. Okay, I was trying to get to the bottom of my mouth sounds. I don't think I succeeded, so I'm sorry. So anyway, like I was saying, pulled out the chairs and got my laptop out, turned it on, was just about to get started to get working, and then two students came up to me and were like, hey, we want to talk. We go around talking to people about faith and Jesus and God and stuff. Would you want to maybe talk about that? Okay, so as those of you who know, you know I'm not religious. I think it is just, like, I don't believe in it, okay? I just don't. And I'm not trying to, like, hate on anybody who does. And I'm not trying to say that your beliefs are wrong or incorrect. I just don't. And I don't understand why all the, like, maybe it's pure random chance, I don't know, but I don't understand why all of these faith-bringing students all magically somehow come to me, because this is, like, the second time it's happened in, like, what, a week? Typically, it's once every, like, few months to once every half a year, so, but, like, twice in a week, or, like, once this week, once last week, is, like, nuts. So yeah, if anybody here is religious, like I said, not trying to hate on you, swear, promise. I'm just gonna tell you how this interaction went down. So I am of the opinion that if God were real, he would not, like, if he is as great and as amazing as everybody says he is, he would not have allowed the universe to be in such a terrible state right now. Like, he wouldn't allow all these mass killings, and he wouldn't allow a certain someone to be in office, and he wouldn't allow, like, his followers, I'm not saying it's all religious people, but he wouldn't allow those of his followers who are so hateful towards members of the LGBTQ to be so hateful towards them, even if he didn't make them like this. He would, like, if he's as great as everybody says, there's no way. If he's as great as everybody says, nobody would be, disabled or have any ailments or whatever. We would all be, well, then you tell me we can't all be as perfect as him. But, you see my point, or you see what I'm getting at. That is my opinion. Like, if he was real, things would be better than they are. I think I have to pause really quick. Maybe. Maybe not. I'm sorry, I don't know what that was. If I have to pause suddenly, my apologies. Anyway, so yeah, that is what I'm getting at. So they came over and, okay, yeah, give me like 1 sec. All right, we're back. So yeah, these two, like, faith people came up, and I just gave my whole, like, spiel on, religion and whatnot. And so they asked me, they're like, do you want to discuss faith and whatnot? Okay, do I want to? Not really. However, I very much struggle with telling people no, so that turned into a yes. And then, they were like, oh, what are you working on? What's your major? Whatever. So, like, they asked me, like, I'm gonna shorten this conversation because I know we've been out for a while, plus I've, like, cut off a couple times. So eventually they asked me, like, what kind of proof I would need that he's real, and my brain, I mean, it gave it a little thought. It was just like, yeah, he'd, like, the holy light would need to come beaming down onto the earth, and he'd need to he'd need to perform a miracle. So apparently you're not supposed to say that, because I told my mom that I said that, and she's like, I can't believe you said that to people. So then they tried to tell me, like, about all this stuff that he's done in the Bible, and somebody wrote the Bible, so it must be true. And, I don't know. The conversation eventually just started going in circles. It wasn't great, but it was really funny when I said that. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't understand religion. Like, I don't get the appeal. I mean, like, okay, I took the Greek, mythology class. That's about gods and whatnot. And it's like, well, Joe, if you'd like that class, why don't you like religion? Well, yeah, that class was great, but, like, part of the reason that was so good was just because, like, it wasn't anybody trying to, like, push faith or anything. And I'm not saying, like, I don't even know. I think that's, like, ancient, so I don't know if people still practice worshiping those gods or whatnot. But, like, nobody was, like, trying to push the faith. They were just telling these stories that relate to all these gods, and it was just so fun, and it was, like, it was just so interesting. And it's like, meanwhile, all the people who I've interacted with who, like, have to talk about, like, Jesus and God, it's always just like, yeah, you should believe in them because blank. Once again, no offense to anybody listening who is religious, but yeah, so that conversation was like 30 or 45 minutes long. But I eventually got my work done, and I came back here, and then I, like, briefly played some Animal Crossing, took a shower, here we are. Also, I know I told you guys I ordered some manga yesterday. I ended up getting another volume, so now I'm only missing volume 5 of the total 7, so I have 6 of them, and I'm just missing volume 5 now, so... which I ordered as well, but it won't be here till, like, way later. So, I don't know, it's kind of inconvenient. Like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 7 will be here, like, tomorrow, I think. We'll be at my house anyway, and then 5 will be here, like, next Thursday. I'm hoping that changes, but we'll see. Also, I got a text from Hot Topic, or an email, and it was like, come use your Hot Cash or whatever. So I went on there, and I bought some stuff. And I got to apply my discounts and whatever. So when that stuff comes in, I'm going to talk about it and probably show stuff off. One of the things I bought, I could see the argument that it's a little cringy, or, like, maybe not for people my age. I don't know. I don't care. I liked it. You'll see it. Maybe you'll see it and be like, Joe, what were you talking about? This isn't cringy and that's the latest. Anyway, I am going to wrap it up here because I have to go to bed in like 45 minutes, and I kind of just want to chill. Not saying this isn't relaxing, but I kind of just want to do whatever. So, as always, if you liked what I was listening to, hit like, leave feedback in the comments below. Subscribe and turn on post notifications to stay up to date on things I post. Follow me on Twitter if you feel so inclined to do so. Link for that will be in the description below. And as always, man, I did that fast. And as always, Your support means the world to me, and I love you all. But most importantly, I wish my best day when anyone else listens to her world. I cannot wait until I get to talk to her, getting out with her, do stuff. Just I miss her. But I will be back tomorrow, hopefully with my chair and some, I don't know, fun stories. Who knows? But until then, bye.